The Russell Hartley rebranding is very interesting to me because not even 4 years ago, he was posting our pill content and telling men they should keep a rotation of women, like a stable of horses, and that when one woman stops interesting you or she asks for commitment, you just drop her and move on to the next one. And I will be including clips for proof, because the reason why I know this is because like 2 years ago, I watched 2 videos that Curtis Connor made on this man. And if he truly has changed his opinion because Shira 7, that's great. But also men are incredibly good at performing.
Living their life on easy mode, and I'm here to tell you that that's absolutely true. But only in a true bachelor, you got to build what I call a stable. A stable is a rotation of women that you have available to you that you can hit up and they can go on dates with, do stuff in the bedroom with, all of that. So what this means if you're a bachelor is that every time you have sex with a new woman, that's a new mare in your stable. But when the mares come to you eventually, they go, well, where's this going? This obviously you're not serious about me. This isn't going anywhere. They're going to move on to greener pastures and exit your stable. Dude.
Then he goes on to say that he lived with 2 girlfriends. One of them was bi and one of them was straight. And he said that they could only text him together, all of them in a group chat.
Me, and they'll both be like quietly cleaning and shit and like kind of on the same team, and I can hear them talking about me like in the bathroom and shit, you know what I'm saying? So what I started doing is I put us all in a group chat, so you weren't allowed to text me outside of the ring, but they would still kind of do it. And so that was a big problem because we needed communication to be clear. So after you know the best remedy for real, there's a guy I used to work with when I was in high school and I had issues with my girlfriend. He would tell me just hit it enough to keep him dizzy, and that's exactly what I do. If things started to get tense or people started to get angry with each other, I would just boom, let's get to the bedroom right now. Just gonna come.
I'm not even angry. It's just disappointment. Like, because, like, unfortunately, I think this is very common. And it's just, like, crazy seeing the videos of him now and watching these videos again of him. But nothing, honestly, compares to what I'm about to show you.
Siren Agency, one of the co-owners, Russell Hartley. Guy who says that women doing spicy content is living on easy mode.
Bro.
So he is reading off a paragraph that was sent to an OF creator when she already wasn't with Siren. And in it, it's basically this girl being like, hey, I'm working with this agency, you should work with them too. Which, red flag. If someone is DMing you about joining their company, it's the same energy as when, like, a tarot reader or a witch comes in your DMs and is like, I have a feeling that you need a tarot reading.
Management company works and they send this. Our rates are competitive with every other major agency, except we go above and beyond because we're the only agency that actually cares about our talent, especially in this industry. So I know this.
And then they go on to say that they will give you full health insurance coverage, vision and dental insurance cover, 100% free.
Contracts. We don't want you to feel like a prisoner here, so you can cancel at any time. That's good. Also, the head of the company is a woman. Oh my god.
So by now, we have many, many red flags in this message that this management company is saying that they will provide. Or that this recruiter is saying that they will provide. Which, by the way, this is what trafficking offenders do. A lot of trafficking rings will actually have women recruit other women. And then he goes on to have an interview with an OF creator who was signed with Siren. First of all, she said that she did sign a contract. So in the paragraph when she said no contracts is a lie.
They were going to take over, like, my socials, like, you know, like my modeling, like Instagram and Twitter and stuff. But then when the director called me, it out of nowhere turned into, like, strictly, like, OnlyFans management. It was all very weird. There was, like, a lot of, like, weird things that happened. So I left with them because they sent me my first invoice, which is 30% of all gross income so.
And I guess the appeal of this management company is that they will run your account for you 24/7, which, you know, in turn will give you more revenue that they are taking from you. And on top of that, OnlyFans also takes a percentage of what you make. And then she goes on to say that they doxed her to an obsessed fan of hers. They gave her her real name, which is so dangerous.
One guy, I literally had to like change his name on OnlyFans and like say that he is the do not unblock him.
Oh my gosh.
Saw that he had tipped me a lot of money, so they unblocked him to try and get him to give me more money.
And then this is probably the worst part, because what she says next is super sketchy. And the fact that all of these events are outside of the country, I think it says something.
Content meetups where either in like Bali or like Dubai or like Mexico or wherever, where like the company rents like a big house and like they have all these content creators come to like make content, get photo shoots. But then when I was talking to the director, she's like, okay, are you comfortable making boy girl content? Like, and I was like, not, you guys aren't a agency. What is that? You know?
Okay, so I'm not the only one who noticed that it's outside of the US and that it could be this. And all of this is alleged. I'm going to say that for legal reasons. And I know not everything I mentioned in this video directly ties to him, but because he is the face of this company, or was the face of this company, and also I just don't trust male dating coaches at all. I don't know if that's what he calls himself now, but that's just another red flag to me. So it's pretty clear to me that under all of the sprinkle content that he's posting, that underneath that, it's really just a facade, because underneath that he just wants to make money, and that's pretty apparent by how he was running the Siren company. So do what you will with this information.